What's good, y'all? My name is Brandon. Come right this time for the third issue, House of X. Hyped as hell for this one. Out of the two House of X powers of 10, this is the one I'm definitely loving. Enjoying it a lot more. Literally all the crazy shit's been happening in here. First one, that's the start of it all. And then second issue, we had more of Spectacular came, the Urban the Mutant and everything, and the multiple timelines and everything. So I wonder if any crazy shit will happen in this issue. So let's just jump right in. Alright. You make me so proud, Professor X. Next page. Okay. Credits. Next page. Krakoa. It's done. I've assembled a team, good mutants, all who accepted the mission for what it's for. They understood both the stakes, and the risk. They understand and embraced it. Obviously, to hear anything else, it's the fan. It's a fucking hot out here, man. Such a brave sage you're wearing for me, but I can hear the fear in your mind, Scott. Is it wrong that I am afraid, that I have doubts? Of course not. You've always been this way. You've always been that way. What matters is that you overcome it and you do so for your family. You make me so proud, and let me put your fears to rest, my son. You're not going to die. I won't allow it. For the righteous can only truly die. They live on, transform into something immortal by their mighty works. For you to die, you would have to be forgotten. Next page. And no one forgets the founder of a nation. That's fucking badass right there. Time to go. Let's see what we got here. Well, looks like the Undisputed Era retain the tag titles. No surprise there. They will now be buried on the main roster. NXT is on right now, which you can probably, you can kind of see it right there. Let me move this because I don't want WWE on my ass. For a cover, I think for like barely any footage, it's like kind of sort of playing. Anyway. Okay, good. Alright, apparently a group of rogue human scientists called Orchids is building the ultimate master mold, a mother mold in orbit around the sun. We have to destroy it before it comes online. Alright, see who we got on this team. We got Wolverine, obviously. Mora, okay, you got Archangel. Don't know who she is. She looks like Zatanna, but no, that ain't right because that's a DC character. You got Jean, Nightcrawler, and Mystique. Alright. And while sure the hell of a nightmare machine that produces mutant death factories is some bad news, the real danger here is that we think it's going to lead to a technological paragon shift, a Nimrod. So off we go. But be advised, we won't be taking any Krakoian fauna with us, which means there's not going to be a gateway home. We have to get in, get out, and get home the old-fashioned. Next page. I didn't get it. Why no plants? Yeah, call me crazy, but it seems like it's a good idea having an emergency way home. That's because you're only thinking of success, not planning for failure. What if the mother mold AI is gets a good hard look at what we're doing here on Krakoa and how all this works? Who knows? Maybe they find something we haven't. Exactly, Monet. So we can't risk it, so no plans. Got it, everyone? Are you listening, Mystique? Scott calling now, Mystique. My ears work fine, Summers. What about the human crew? The mission is to stop the mother mold no matter what, but we want to keep the casualties as close to zero as possible. The station has a long-term capacity of just over 3,000, so there are probably a lot of innocent civilians whatever security they have. Then why the hell did you bring Wolverine on this mission? Anyway, innocent civilians don't build machines to exterminate a species, Slim. They're not soldiers in a war, Logan. They're just scientists scared of their own future. Next page. Alright, punching it. Wait, we were on the moon this entire time? Okay. Just scientists, huh? How exactly do you think the humans went from sticks to bombs? Next page. Machines, Sentinels to Nimrod progression. Sentinel Alpha, non-sentient mutant hunting robots based on the non-replicating advanced adaptive technology. Mark 1 to Mark 5, 6, 7, 8. Smart game. Master Mold, replicating adaptive, fixed or mobile sentinel factory that is self-aware and capable of creating sentinel drones. Mother Mold, replicating adaptive sentinel factory that is self-aware of and capable of creating master molds. While a master mold is incapable of improving beyond its ultimate sentinel state, it's theorized that given enough time, a mother mold is capable of producing purely adaptive machines based on nano sentinel technology. Omega Sentinel. Okay, a human infected with nano sentinel technology and progressively transforms from human to machine. See the Omega cycle. Nimrod, a pure nano sentinel construct, anti-mutant, adaptive, self-aware, self-replicating, virtually indestructible. Okay, Nimrod is the end-state nano-sentinel construct. Moira X has learned that while merged AI are unavoidable, and anti-mutant. Nimrod is not. It is a product of particular intent, manufactured for a purpose. Moira X in Apocalypse theorized that Nimrod is a primal threat to the long-term survival of mutants. Moira and Apocalypse attempted to acquire the information surrounding Nimrod's origin. Apocalypse acquired the incomplete Nimrod origin file, X2. Nimrod origin file applied the raw developmental / processing power necessary to produce a Nimrod is entirely dependent on the certain technology thresholds being reached. Nimrod almost always occurs in a construct, whether it's resulting from a mother mold. Okay, next up, Moira dies. Moira reincarnates. Moira and Charles Xavier take several mutant technopaths with creating a system sleeping giant to monitor for Nimrod technological thresholds being reached and or to adapt or attempt the creation of a mother mold. Orchids protocol enacted. Moira and Charles Xavier discovered the Orchids through the sleeping giant. Charles Xavier and Magneto acquire plans for the Orchids, Forge, Soul Hammer, home of a dormant but soon to be active Mother Mold. Charles Xavier and Magneto tasked the X-Men with destroying the Mother Mold and preventing the creation of Nimrod. Next page. Project Achilles. Department of State, United States, USA. Project Achilles is a superhuman maximum security prison. A lot of super. Built to house only maximum maximum of 30 superpowered criminals, the worst of the worst. Achilles has all the necessary components on site to compile with a legal extra constitutional requirements, along with the security and judicial staff that rotates on and off site every 3 months. Once someone arrives at Achilles, they stay at Achilles until their shift is over. The only exceptions are for an external branch, or a loss of containment. Civilian access and special admittance to Achilles is only possible when dispensation from the United States Department of State. A pre-approved list of civilians, almost all immediately family and extended family, is allowed to access the inmates once a year, but to date, no one has ever requested such a visit. Next page. Project Achilles, Superhuman, Supermax, Doctic 6732_D3, only 1 case today, Judge. Super villain processing. All quiet on the Western Front, AG Tolvier. What we lack in volume, we're making up for depravity, Your Honor. The defendant is being charged with felony breaking and entering, felony assault, felony theft, 2 counts of manslaughter, and I swear to God, if Batman for something I could add on this list, I would. Well, I think everyone is. I think everyone knows how I feel about social grades. And what about you, counselor? Do you feel and have anything to offer on behalf of your client before we begin today's proceedings? Just one thing, Your Honor. Man, sweating. A motion to dismiss based on the fact that my client was was an unwilling accomplice and had no idea what his companion's intents were. We would argue you got the wrong man. It's a good try, counselor, but unfortunately for you, we're charging your client under the government's new 12 strike rule, which, as you know, supersedes intent so much so motion denied. Anything else? No. Let's get on. Let's get on with it. How's your client plead? Next page. Oh, I'm guilty. Oh, I'm guilty meat. But I'm definitely got bad manners. Sabretooth. And the other charges? Yeah, I did those things, and I ain't like it's gonna matter. Ain't no place ever been built that could hold me. And if we're really being honest, ain't like I'm gonna sit here and let you judge me anyway. Next page. You think chains can keep me from making your insides your outsides? Because let me tell you, they can't. Smell that? What? Jasmine. What's that mean? Means you're fired, counselor. Next page. Oh, hey, Emma Frost. What's your behind her? Well, what have we here? It looks to me like the monkeys are using tools again, Miss Frost. Playing at civilization. Young lady, how many times have I told you? We only use our mutant names and plugs, so I insist you call me White Queen. Yes, Mum. Mum? Are these Emma's kids? No, I don't think I ever want to know. What's the meaning of this? Man out here holding a fucking handgun. I'm not sure that's the question you should be asking, as there are quite a difference between what's getting ready to happen and what it really means. Enlighten me. Next page. Well, that's certainly the correct position to assume. What's going to happen is that you're going to surrender Mr. Kree to me. Sabretooth, Mum. Yes, thank you. Sabretooth. You're going to give him to me because, in anticipation of Krakoa becoming a sovereign nation, all Krakoians on the United States soil, natural born or otherwise, now enjoy the privilege of diplomatic immunity, a recent gift from your State Department. We have all the paperwork if you need it, but it's totally cool if you leave the chains on. This isn't going to happen. It's going to happen, and as for what it means, well, it simply means we don't answer to you anymore. That thing is a killer! Yeah, like my mama made me. And I ain't close to done. Next page. Yeah, he's a bit of a monster. I can't disagree. I can't disagree. But he's our monster. And from this day forward, mutants will not be judged in human courts or by the likes of you. No, this is not how today ends. Normally, I dominate a little mind of yours and make you stick that gun where your last boyfriend left you. Damn, Emma! But I've been told the art of diplomacy is about equalizing the power dynamics. So why don't you pretend that some larger American purpose is being served here today? And I'll pretend like you could have stopped me. It's a brave new world, darling. Best get used to it. Next page. Okay, Omega cycle. Human Omega Sentinel progress. 1. Infection. Human host infected with nano sentinel technology. 2. Nesting. Self-replicating biological machines. Propagate and host. Replication. Biological machine replace existing host systems and organs. 4. Dormancy. During the dormant period, the biological host is particularly transformed from an organic to a machine. 5. Activation. Post dormancy transformation, a host becomes operative and is capable of activating in proximity to a mutant. 6. Union. Post activation, the human host becomes aware of the combined consciousness of it and the sentinel directives it has been infected with. This is almost always prolonged process that mirrors those recovered from trauma. 7. Adaptation, total integration of host and machine. 8. Omega, total machine state. And we got a diagram. Next page. The Orchid Forge. You still think this is a mistake? Self-preservation is completely rational, Dr. Grigor. It's the panic it produces where errors get introduced. You think we're panicking? I think you build mother mold that breeds I think you breed a mother mold that breeds master molds. The second you lose control, it's hard to see. It's hard not to see this entire planetary system covered in cold, emotionless gray with not a single pink, fleshy bit inside. After all, they know where mutants come from. Next page. It's a fair point, which is why the Forge was built in with these control collars. If things go south, Omega, so does she, right into the heart of the sun. And how long before she wakes? Well, we could wake her now if we wanted, but even at the exponential rate, she's learning. She still has a while before we're comfortable. Comfortable that she's evolved past the Heller fault line. Yeah, fault line. God, good. We need an AI that's a good. Who needs an AI that's a potential sociopath? Are you? Little problem up here. What is it? We've got incoming. Looks like it's coming from the front, from the dark side of Venus. They used the planet to slingshot towards us. We didn't even pick it up until they were 25 million miles out. Friendly? Nope. Absolutely not. It's a modified Shara class scout. Only one possibility who that is. The X-Men. Like, I swear to God, you could literally play the X-Men theme right here and it would fit perfectly. Anyway, next page. Bad news, dear. What is it? They're cutting through the whole of the station, making it some kind of entrance, which is another failure in today's total failures of expectations. It's a good idea, even smarter than that. They're hitting the right station, the right section to access this whole station. I'm pretty sure they have plans for the station, and they are planning its operation to perfection. So our only hope is to respond asymmetrically, irrationally even. Well, are you talking about our Aerosmiths? What are you doing? Oh, whatever it takes to build a better world. You know, I joked about it a lot, but I do really wish we had kids. No! Be strong, love. Don't let them win. Next page. Oh shit, they got the ship. Next page. For you to die, you would have to be forgotten, and no one forgets the founder of a nation. Magneto. Awesome. Okay, Krakoan. Upon arrival for the first time for the mutination state of Krakoa, a resident telepath will imprint the Krakoan language into the mind of the newly arrived mutant. Once this is done, that mutant is capable of reading and speaking and fully understanding the Krakoan language. Krakoan was created by Douglas Ramsey to be the mutantdom for the first and auto-creates of whatever language. It is important to note that Krakoan is a mutant manufactured language and is not a native language of Krakoa. The living mutant island, the nation of the language of Krakoa, is untranslatable on all its own human/mutant brains are incapable of comprehending it. The only exceptions is the mutant cipher. And we have the translation of the alphabet, which I'm sure now everyone's going to translate all the Krakoan text. Next page. Okay, reading order. Okay, pages. Same syllabus, and we're done. So anyways, you might wonder I spoke a little bit faster around the end part. That's because my battery on my computer is about to die, so I'm going to end this right now. So, overall, I love this issue. So the X-Men are about to bust in here. There's some crazy shit's about to go down here, man. I'm hyped. Overall, I give this issue a 9.5 out of 10. So anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, flag links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.